Hey guys, real quick, I was just taking a walk in Raja Ampat at the beach in Papua, and I know it's so cliche, but I just wanted to take a moment to make this video, which was anyways overdue. So the other day I talked to a guy who's offering adventure tours here in Papua. Formerly he lived in Switzerland, now he's staying here, and he told me, Hans, I'm like this, I'm a bon vivant, I'm a hedonist. I want to enjoy all the big things and the small things in life. I want to drink, I want to have fun, I want to do this and that. Yoga, never thought of it, it's not for me, because I want to enjoy life. And it's so funny, because I believe you should enjoy life. I believe you should enjoy life to the maximum, like you have never enjoyed it before. And the funny thing is, like, if you look at like the classical hedonistic way, it's kind of limited to the five senses, because anything we're perceiving in life is limited to the five senses. And also, if you look at how the brain evolved, the triune brain theory, it evolved in three stages, with the reptilian brain being the central stage. And that part of the brain is basically responsible for us being able to survive and recreate. That's all the tasks of that part of the brain. It's also responsible for the fight or flight response, which is a reason for many of the stress disorders in modern society. And if you look at that, if you look at the five sense limitation, and if you look at the reptilian brain, along with how we came up with education, social circles around you, parenting, and then the media, it leads to kind of like this consumerism state where we are pursuing one thing after the other. We pursuing the next thing, the next career, the next friend, social circle, relationship, journey, and so on and so on. And it's an endless circle where we're just hunting things, experiences, and relationships, and people, and power, and so on. And it never gets us really anywhere. We just accumulate a big bag, which we at some point drop, because guess what? You're gonna die. And I'm gonna die, and let's hope it's not too soon. But it might be in 50 years, 1 year. Might be today evening. How many people do you know who just died and nobody had thought they would die? Something happened to them. It may be tragic, and we don't hope it for anybody, but we have to be aware of it, because it might happen to us, and all of a sudden the big bag of things we gathered is gone. And now that's where I think yoga comes into play. Like, first of all, if you look at that survival mechanism, that survival mechanism is there to make us recreate and survive. That's good, but it's limited, because if we go through life, so many things might happen. We go into the ocean for diving and then we drown. A fish might eat us, and I know it's so sad, but I know people to whom that happened. Anything might happen, a car might hit us, we might just die naturally. And so that reptilian brain, and powered by the five senses, is always to look out for danger, and we cannot go through life like in full stride. We have to watch like left and right, whether something could happen, which leads to us taking baby steps, not taking too many risks, not doing anything too sumptuous. So it's kind of limiting to ourselves. Now, if you apply this tool of yoga, which means if you apply tools that help you to go beyond your current state of experience, then all of a sudden you're here, and the body and the mind and the emotions, they are a bit further away. And if something happens to them, which not necessarily has to, then it's still okay for you. If you lose like a bit of money, if you change your career, all of a sudden it's much easier, because that's not you. You is here, and all the things you accumulated is over there. And with that kind of awareness, I noticed it's so much easier to walk through life in a very powerful way. And instead of being afraid of what could happen, all of a sudden you are courageous enough to take big full steps. And it's like a bit like living life on a highway. And for myself, like if I look back 7 years ago, what a kind of shy little boy I was, and like how I'm living my life right now, it's just, I'm so grateful for having that tools and that inner journey that helped me like achieve living the way I can right now. And to go even beyond that, if you look at like what yoga really means, it's like really going beyond your current level of experience. And this might be a vague term right now, but just look at it as like a sixth sense which is opening for you. Right now you're only like knowing life through the five senses, and all of a sudden there's another sense, another way of perceiving life which is opening. And I think that's the real reason why I should do this practice. I know many people go into it or have to go into it because of health reasons, because of something or the other thing, because they want to be more focused, want to sleep less. But ultimately, like, this inner state of yoga, this inner state of bliss is just like the most beautiful thing I've ever known. And like, I've really had my share of experiences right now, it's insane. But like, my most beautiful experiences have always been when I just was in the state of yoga, when I just was like still and letting my consciousness kind of fly and my energies play. And modern science expresses this in different terms right now, also like the way the brain functions, how the neurons are firing, how different waves are generated. Ancient cultures have different ways of explaining it. However, whichever way you want to look at it, it's a tremendous state, and I really believe that your life is... You haven't really lived life if you have not known this. So if you say you're hedonist, if you say you are a bon vivant and you want to experience life to the fullest, then definitely you have to make an attempt to experience this for yourself, because it's very, very probably the most beautiful things that you will have known until then. So it's really my wish that this happens for you. So with that being said, I hope you make it happen. But if I forgot anything in your mind, if you have another big reason for you personally why you are doing yoga, then please let me know. Please just leave a quick comment below. Give me a thumbs up if you liked the video, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye guys.